Welcome back to Esthetics Magazine. Find more skincare resources at aestheticsmagazine.com. In today's episode, we will be discussing anatomy and the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is responsible for removing as well as destroying waste, debris, and toxins such as free radicals from the body. It also transports white blood cells, and it helps to carry and circulate fluids to the cardiovascular system. The lymphatic system represents an accessory route by which fluid can flow from the interstitial to the intravascular space. The primary function of the lymphatic system is to transport lymph, a clear, colorless fluid containing white blood cells that helps rid the body of toxins and waste. This system is mainly made up of the tonsils, spleen, thymus, lymph nodes, lymphocytes, white blood cells, and lymph vessels. There are hundreds of lymph nodes found throughout the body, with the majority located in the head and neck region. They are also found in the armpits, pectoral region, abdomen, and inguinal region of the lower extremities. Lymph nodes are very small, bean-shaped structures, and their function is to filter out cellular waste and to assist the body in the immune response that protects it from pathogens, as well as cancer cell development. White blood cells pass lymphocytes from lymph node to lymph node, where each lymphocyte is screened and accounted for. All of our lymphatic vessels lead to either a lymph node or a larger lymphatic trunk. Afferent lymphatic vessels lead to the lymph nodes, and efferent vessels carry filtered lymph from the lymph nodes to what is called lymph trunks. Lymph moves in one direction due to one-way valves, skeletal muscle contraction, and breathing. Any kind of physical activity, such as massage or exercise, that will augment this movement will thereby increase the flow of lymphatic material and the functions of the lymphatic system. This becomes very important in keeping post-operative or post-traumatic swelling to a minimum, and in reducing congestion in clients with compromised lymphatic systems, such as those with diabetes or scleroderma. The very complexity of the system, vessels, nodes, and lymph, has made the understanding of the system difficult until the recent past. Now, research in lymphatic conditions such as lymphedema continues to expand our understanding of the complexities associated with a compromised lymphatic system. It is important to take note that diseases of the lymphatic system can result in immunodeficiency, infection, or the formation of a tumor. Lymphadenitis is a condition where the nodes become inflamed and tender due to an infection. In some cases, the nodes may have to be removed for a biopsy to rule out possible cancer cell development. Regular massage, help in the movement of lymphatic materials, and good skincare all can be beneficial to our clients who have disorders affecting circulation and the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is a beautiful system in that it has many exact structures that can be seen under the microscope, unlike the cardiovascular system. And, as research continues to expand our understanding of the vast connection between the mind, body, and the actions of the immune system, we can expect to continue to learn more about this fascinating system. Lymph nodes are small, bean-shaped structures that are found all throughout the body. The lymph nodes are components of the lymphatic system and are actually small, encapsulated, bean-shaped organs. They can occur in large groups or in singular form, and they are located deep inside the body as well as underneath the skin. When the lymph nodes are found beneath the skin, it is actually the superficial group of nodes with which we are normally in touch. In fact, palpation of these nodes is a regular aspect of the physical examination of the human body in clinical settings. One has to note that lymph nodes tend to occur in the proximity of the venous system, whereas the lymphatic vessels will closely parallel the blood vessels. In addition, the lymph nodes are richly supplied by the afferent lymphatic vessels, and each node has merely one or two efferent vessels exiting from the hilum of the node. This in perspective is very important when understanding the process of lymphatic drainage. Also, the lymphatic vessels will drain the lymph from the surrounding body tissue into the lymph nodes, whereas the efferent vessels will carry the lymph to a collecting duct, or in some cases, a chain of lymph nodes before joining with the venous system. Furthermore, each efferent vessel leads out of the node at an indented region termed the hilum. Afferent vessels, which lead into the node, will enter at different sites on the external surface. This, in effect, will cause the lymph to flow through the maze of tissue spaces within the node before it exits the hilum. This is significant because it means the nodes have the opportunity to act as filtering channels for the lymph, which allows for the possibility of the body to mount an immune response. The lymph nodes are often classified with respect to their relative anatomic distribution. This classification suggests the order of lymphatic drainage for the body area, characterized by a specific group of nodes. Lymphatic functions. The lymphatic system has three primary functions. The first is to maintain the pressure and flow of the lymphatic fluid. The second is to absorb and transport fatty acids and fats from the digestive system. The third function is to provide immunity by generating and transporting white blood cells and antigens to the lymph nodes. Within the lymphatic system, there are about 600 to 700 lymph nodes, and all of them are responsible for filtering the lymphatic fluid that will eventually return to the bloodstream. The nodes are not directly connected to each other. Instead, they are connected to the lymphatic vessels. All of the vessels have one-way valves to prevent backflow, and they are connected to lymph nodes. When the lymphatic fluid passes through the lymph nodes, the fluid is being filtered based on its contents. For example, if the fluid contains pathogens, such as bacteria or viruses, the white blood cells in the lymph nodes will attack the pathogens and start the immune response process. Once the lymphatic fluid enters and is filtered and cleaned by the lymph nodes, it will then go to the thoracic duct on the left side of the body or the right lymphatic duct on the right side of the body. These two main collectors will eventually return the fluid to the bloodstream by dumping the lymphatic fluid to the venous circulation through the subclavian veins. Through the osmosis pressure, the lymphatic fluid will be circulated within the body to maintain the pressure and flow. The lipid absorption occurs after food digestion, when the lacteals in the small intestine start to absorb the fatty acids and fats. Lacteals are a specialized group of lymphatic vessels that traverse within the villi of the small intestine. It is lined by microvilli and epithelium cells, and its function is to absorb fats and transport the fluid to the thoracic duct. The fatty substance engulfed by the lymphatic vessels is called chyle, which gives the lymphatic fluid a milky color. Chyle will be transported and mixed with the venous circulation by the thoracic duct. This process mainly takes place during and after digestion of a fatty meal. Lastly, since all of the lymphatic system is considered one-way traffic, from the peripheral back to the venous circulation, it is the motion of the body that largely helps this process to work. There is no central pump, similar to a heart found in the cardiovascular system for the lymphatic fluid. Instead, the contraction and relaxation of the body muscles physically push and pull the fluid and make the fluid keep moving. It's time to level up your skincare product expertise. Are you confident explaining vitamins A, C, and E to your clients? Stop guessing. Get the Essential Guide by Greg Risha. Understanding Vitamins in Skincare. Get your copy today at aestheticsmagazine.com.